Hi, we're back, three old guys. It's been a long time and there's been a lot of things that have gone on in our lives, which is why we haven't recorded any videos for a while. But we're here today to explain what was going on and talk about our future video schedule and some of the ideas we have about proceeding. And Al, for example, is going to be focusing on some of the historical type activities. We're going to be talking about the history behind the war games. Without necessarily even referring to any war games. I'll be talking more about the history of the war games themselves and the history of gaming, as well as talking about the things that are being represented by the games. And Hector will be working behind the scenes, and also he'll be doing things like live plays and rules discussions, and he'll probably also be the guy doing most of the interviews coming up.
So let me tell you all what happened. I think everybody deserves to know this. Back in the end of January of this year, 2025, we're actually doing what everybody else does. Hey, we got to do some cleanup of our properties, and we're running some stuff out to the county landfill. And on the way back from trip number one, what do we see is this little puppy go running across the road. So you kind of figure where this is going. The little white and tan thing. We get back to the house. We come to the point and say, hey, we see that dog again, we got to go rescue her. Or, yeah, it's not, we didn't know it was a guy or a girl. So we do a real quick turnaround, we go back there, and we stop maybe, I don't know, a couple hundred yards before the landfill. Now, mind you, we live in southern Arizona, so it's just typical cowboy movie, desert scenery. And as I'm walking along the fence line of the county landfill, I don't see a little tan and white little fluff ball. I see a dark black one or dark brown. Can't tell what it is, but I'm thinking, well, they gotta be in cahoots together. So it runs across the road. I run across the road. I signal Jeff. He brings the truck up. What's going on there is there's three of these pups all underneath this sagebrush, and it's filled with stickers and you name it. And well, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Fortunately, we had a bag full of dog treats. Normally that bag would last my dogs like 2 weeks. We went through the whole bag trying to get those little guys out of that bush.
Yeah, so the first one we got was the first one we saw, which is a little tan and white one. Quickly got her, put her in the truck, no problem. And there was these two that were left, a little dark brown one and a little black one. Well, a little black one wanted nothing to do with anybody. It's just constant bark, straight up terrified. So as we feed more of these snacks and little beef jerkies to the brown one, because the black one will eat it, eventually goes into a little food coma, and I see this. Well, as we find out, his brother is kind of protecting him. I crawl underneath here, pulling aside all these branches and stickers and whatnot. I grab this little brown one and I hand him off like a football to Jeff. The black one's like, well, what the hell just happened? I guess I need to, I guess the gig's up. So I grabbed him too. Long story short,
I wound up with the little tan and white girl and the chocolate brown boy, and Al wound up with the fluffy black guy.
Right, who is currently, this is his last week in little, doggy boot camp, because he's terrified of everything, but he's such a good boy. He loves me and my wife, loves our cats over here. If you live in this house, you're his best friend, but if you weren't in this house, you weren't. He's a little bit out of control with the neighbors and their dogs and just fear-based. So he's in, last 3 weeks, he's been in doggy boot camp. Been getting shots, been getting all sorts of stuff going on, and yeah, that's pretty much where we are right now. So that's...
Turns out all three of them are related. They're pack mates, litter mates.
Right.
And all three of them are a combination of Border Collie and Labrador Retriever, which I'm told is a great combination. And so far, they have been.
Right. So. And since we film the videos over here, eventually you're going to see the little black one. He's going to show up in the video. You're probably going to see the cats as well, too. Again, name's Oliver, so Oliver makes a guest appearance. You know who he is. The cats that make guest appearances, I'll introduce them as they show up. But that's the main thing that was happening there. The other part is we also had some issues with an older pup who is about 17 years old. She needs a lot of care. Again, it's like dealing with your grandma who's like 112 years old. So there's been that.
Also, when I acquired the 2 puppies, I wound up with 4 dogs at one point. Within a month, one of my older dogs passed away, which was a significant emotional event for me, so I'm not going to go into that too much, but the bottom line is probably about 6 weeks after we acquired the puppies, Bodie passed. So that was kind of a shocking event, and we've just been tied up with animals, medical stuff. My 2 got fixed in June, and it's just been an endless rolling story of issues.
Right, but on the store side, this is what we have done. So we've attended 2 different conventions. First one was Sandwars 2025 out here in Southern Arizona. That deals primarily with I'd say like World War II, 28 millimeter, different scenarios. There's also Flames of War that was taking place as well too. We did have some Wild West. Met a very interesting gentleman who war games at 1/35th scale, which, well, nothing short of amazing. His vehicle collection, which has taken him years to build, very, very detailed. He also had a lot of aircraft as well for that. It was conducted at the Legion, American Legion Center. So there's going to be, obviously there's going to be Sandwars 2026 coming down the road, but we're hoping to have another one. Was actually real good friends of ours who runs Coppertown Games, and they're up in Jerome, Arizona. We're hoping to have JeromeCon take place. More information on that as we get further down the road. We just discussed this. We're again trying to knock that out.
And everybody's invited to these, of course.
Right.
If you can make it out to Jerome when we do JeromeCon, or next year to Sand Wars, or Crit Hit, or Consim World Expo. They're all up in the Phoenix area, except for the Jerome one, of course. But bottom line is, they're great places to go for a couple of days to get some playing in, to meet new folks, and just have a great time. And we've enjoyed going to these conventions, gaming matches,
right,
whatever you want to call them, and very much so.
So as Jeff just mentioned, the last one we hit was Crit Hit. It takes place in Mesa.
Yeah.
At one of the larger hotels over there. It's fantastic. It's a great venue. Very much not oriented towards historical wargaming. Very much into RPGs, sci-fi. But we do have a lot of products that will cover that as well too, that you probably see on our website. If you're looking for something, again, there's a little bit of sales point. If you're looking for something that you don't see on the website, obviously go ahead and ask us. We do have, like I said, we have quite a bit. We had a good time out there as well.
We basically say we carry everybody's stuff, but our website, I don't think we have enough bandwidth to post everything that everybody publishes. But you'll see the main manufacturers listed there. But if there's something on there, something that you really, really want, that's currently in print or otherwise available in production, then by all means ask us. We'll see what we can do to make it happen. The one thing I want to clearly differentiate is we unfortunately are not in a position to do things that are no longer published. There are a couple of other companies out there that do a great job of this, and I would recommend them for that sort of thing. But if you want something that's currently in print or in production, by all means hit us up.
And then I will say this, we are looking at, in terms of inventory and product lines that we carry, traditionally we carry some pretty well-known ones, but what we've seen over the last couple of years, and our stats bear this out, there seems to be a lot more interest in some of the smaller miniature companies that are out there that don't necessarily have a robust product line as some of the large ones out there. So you're going to see us start carrying more of those. We actually tend to go directly to the manufacturer, and if 2026 is a good year for us, we actually might become a distributor for some of those lines as well. This way, we don't have to worry about a distributor, having issues or whatever, where we can just go directly, because the distributor might be carrying, literally hundreds of different product lines, and that one to them might not be important, but to our customers it is. So we'll keep you informed on that one as things progress. I don't want to mention names right now of companies, But if you do go to our website right now and you see, hey, this one is kind of not well known, but it looks really interesting, like the really good quality sculpts or things of that nature, or the poses are different, maybe more dynamic, that kind of be kind of calling an indicator that that's who we're going to be working with. But I think that's probably brought us all up to speed at that point.
I think so. Like I said, we're going to try and do a revision of our schedule and start getting more constant on these things. And the next few videos will be some of the more traditional things. One of the things that I plan to do, for example, is bring in a series of World War I games ranging from strategy down to tactics and talk about how the gaming history of these things evolved and show you different games that were produced, and some of them are still in production, that sort of thing, so that you can kind of get a feel for what the scope of World War I is. And we'll do the same thing with other wars and other events. But also, you were still gonna do the raid on Los Cabanos, right?
Again, more on this to follow. You guys are going to see more. Probably one of the first things you're going to see from me coming up is going to be some miniatures reviews, miniatures comparisons is more in line with what they're really going to be.
And also you'll be able to see some of his excellent paint jobs. He's really done some amazing work.
So the other, I don't want to. I think that everybody's paint jobs are great.
Yeah, I agree.
So what did they say? Comparison's the thief of joy. So I don't want to go too far in that, but I'll show you guys what I've done and kind of go from there. And I'll tell you why I choose certain product lines, why I do certain things, and and what works for me. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. But I'll just say this is what drew me to a particular set of miniatures or a company or what have you. But that's going to be a little bit further down the road.
Right. So there's going to be a variety of content. We're going to try and do some interviews with some heavy hitters. We're going to try and do some miniatures gaming on the channel. We're going to try and do a little bit of board gaming on the channel, and maybe even a little bit of RPG stuff, though that'll be fairly limited, simply because we don't want to spend 4 hours on a video, that nobody's going to be thrilled with. And we will continue to extract things from the history of gaming and the history of the world and bring those to light. We want to try and, like you said, kind of bring the joy back into the gaming and kind of give you a feel for all the options that are available to you out there. And on that note...
So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up, but I will say one more thing that all came into all this with, find the dogs and, dogs that are not being healthy, dogs pass away, but one other thing that took place was, I gotta let you guys know, if you have a 2011 Jeep Wrangler and you hit 200,000 miles, either A, you need to get a new vehicle or you need to put a new engine in it, new engine. So that is a very unique experience. If you have questions on how that goes with the Jeep Wrangler and how the new engine is faring out, hey, let me know and I'll give you the play-by-play on that one as well too. But I will say again, so the final on this one is, for those who may or may not know, there's this event called the Tactical Games, and it's basically like a shooting and fitness thing. I kind of got corralled into doing that. I was supposed to compete this February here in Southern Arizona. When lo and behold, I get diagnosed with a hernia, so I've got to go get that taken care of before it gets out of control. So I'll probably be competing in that February 2027 because that's gonna be the next one. It's out here locally. It gives me enough time to heal up, blah blah blah. So I've been back in the gym doing stuff. I got to start, getting behind. We call it getting behind the gun. Got to start doing that again. But I'll keep you all informed on just some regular stuff as well.
We might even be able to do a video on that.
Yeah, you never know. You never know, and see just how things go. So, anyways, I think that's it. So we're probably going to go ahead and wrap up this video. And
if you'll remember to like and subscribe, it'll help us and it'll encourage us to keep producing content. From here on out, we're going to try and avoid too many of these talk sessions here unless we're interviewing somebody, and we're going to try and focus on the things that interest you.
Gotcha. And so with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up, and we'll see you soon with the next video.